Hello, welcome back. In this video, we're going to make tiger earrings.
Yeah.
Just a little disclaimer, the audio may or may not be all over the place. I am currently still editing this video. I realized I didn't have an intro, so here we are. I'm so glad that I did not set a release date in that last video. I almost did. I did not. I took my time. I took my time and that's okay. So here we are. Let's get into the video. So we're gonna start with a clean sheet of clay. I rolled mine out to about a 6 on my pasta machine, which is 1/16 of an inch thick. And then I'm gonna place my stencil onto the clay and cut around slowly. I love making stencils with cardstock, and as long as you're making a small batch, it's a really great method. This way you don't have to wait to order something custom. You just draw it, cut it out with some scissors, and then use it on your clay and trace around it with a craft knife. Once you finish cutting out the first shape, you're going to want to carefully peel off the stencil. I like to mirror the design just to give it that extra level of thoughtfulness, but you don't have to. It's really more of a personal preference. Alright, so you're going to want to peel off that outer layer slowly and then use your tissue blade to sort of just lift it carefully off of your tile. And then here we're jumping into the other pattern or design that I made. You're going to want to shove that in the oven. Oh my god, I went so fast with this video. I can't keep up with the voiceover. So you put those pieces in the oven at 275 for 5 minutes. I'm doing a pre-bake so that I can smush them together like you're seeing here without ruining the shape or creating any like divots. And then you want to apply some liquid Sculpey clay to fuse them together, and you're going to bake that again. I cleaned up my edges a little bit. I put a little bit too much, so just be gentle with that amount that you put in. And then we're gonna put some more liquid Sculpey. This one you'll notice is still soft. I kind of wanted to try 2 different approaches. The first one had a pre-bake, and the second one was just raw clay sandwiched together, and they actually ended up both working. So it doesn't really matter too much. It's totally up to you how you want to do that. You're going to want to place your pieces onto a sheet of copy paper, and I put mine on top of a ceramic tile, and then put it in the oven at 275 for 45 minutes. You're going to bake the whole thing all the way through. Once your pieces are baked through and cooled all the way, you can use a Posca paint marker to add all of the fun details to make this piece come to life and really look like a tiger. I used a PC3M black Posca marker, a white and pink in the same PC3M sizes, and that is about 1.3 millimeters. Once you're happy with your stripes, let it dry. Going to want to repeat the design on your other earring and just do your best to match what you've done with the first one. You can see me rotating the pieces kind of back to back, and that helped make sure they were kind of sort of the same. Here I'm adding more details to the face, and you'll see that that is why we let the other layer dry, because this would really smudge together if it wasn't completely dry at this point. Don't forget to add the little white ends to the toes, because that would just be a tragedy if we left those out. Finally, add some black dots to their toes to represent the claws. I drew the first tiger of the second design off camera just to speed things up, and I'm adding the little nose here. I was struggling here, so I swapped over to a white charcoal pencil to help me map out where I wanted the eyes. This area can be a little bit tricky to recreate, but just keep in mind you're drawing shapes. So I started with sort of a swoop, and then I added a little cone to that. All the little toes are essentially just circles, and the stripes are sort of teardrop shapes. But just draw something organic and you should be fine. So once your paint is dry, you can add UV resin or any gloss glaze that you want. You just have to let the paint dry so it doesn't smudge. I like using a Dremel tip to create my holes in the piece versus punching a hole with a stick or something before baking. I just think it gives you a nicer result. You can add whatever earring, finding, post, hoop, whatever you want on top of these. I went with a blue enamel piece from a maker on Etsy, and I can link them here. I think it's fun sometimes to mix materials, so adding this enamel piece sort of elevates the clay earring just because you have two different textures and glosses and two different materials. Totally up to you how you want to finish these off. You can go to Sculpey.com to find this project with photos and a step-by-step tutorial. While you're there, you will also see all the individual products and clays I used for this project, and you can buy them on the site. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button or subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos, and don't forget to turn on the notifications because I do not post regularly, so you'll definitely want the notification. Hope you guys had fun making this project. If you have any questions or I missed anything, leave your comments below.